are different ways to apply a spur to a horse for the first time. Classical master Bochet would stand the horse still and close his hand on the rein and then close the spur and tell the horse to stand so he feels the spur. And then he would wait and increase the intensity until the horse moves forward and release the horse forward. But he's trying to get the jaw to relax like that. So we're going to hold still, but we're not bracing. We're just talking to the horse. And then we're letting him know that the spurs are here. Little attacks, like this. So he knows to bring up his haunch. So these spurs are so dull, there's almost no response, right? We did release in the bit. This is good. There we go. Now he wants to start thinking forward. Come on. I'm leaning on the right. That's no good. 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 Like that. There you go. Now the horse is starting to correct his posture. I'm bending him to the left with his flexion. Like that. And the spur left. Like that. The outside leg only catches if he goes to move. Like that. Good. And release. Good. And then again, direct aids. Always start with direct aids. It's less confusing to the horse. Like that. Good. 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 Nice. Good. And then straight. Like that. Now Bettina would say ride the horse over the bit, over the inside rein. So there he's placed on the inside rein. And I'm going to ask the horse to go forward. I'm going to put my reins in a single hand and tap the butt, along with my two spurs so he understands in and fold. Like that. There's not staying over the inside rein, which is where we want to work at, like this. Like that. And you see my hand aid is low. And my whip is held like the classical master's whip. Like that. Good. Now the horse understands the forward. Aid. We kept the spur in the hand direct. We brought the horse over the bit on the inside rein. We applied it until he went forward, because the horse has to understand to not suck back from the spur. He shouldn't go back in fear. It should be used judiciously to bring the horse forward. So there he came forward. He chose to go into the trot, showing me he was going to be forward and over the inside rein. And so then I gave him a little break as a reward. The spur lesson, dull spur or not, is a big thing mentally and emotionally for the horse sometimes. so we should be considerate. And I use the reins as needed, but low in the base of the neck, and I only go to a high rein aid if absolutely necessary because of a burying head position. So again, I'm going to start the horse and repeat the same lesson to ingrain it. So I'm going to flex to the left the horse, first the two legs, the two reins, so the horse gathers himself and understands we're about to work, like that. Good, gently, good. And now I'm going to turn my wrist on the inside up, fingernails to the sky, as Boucher would describe it, and getting yarn also. See there, he's burying into the bit, which is one of the reasons we're wearing the spur. There. Good. Now, up. Good. So I have the whip as a backup to help him understand. Like this. Like this. Up, up. Like this. There you go. So the spur was being applied constantly until he chose to trot. And I'm going to keep this going forward and keep transitioning to the walk. Good. And again, apply the aid. And so the horse's response is becoming quicker and quicker. He's understanding the spur means to go. So I'm going to let him just stand there and think, take a little break. So he did that very nicely. We went from a horse who wasn't moving away from the leg or the spur, till the horse, from one touch of the spur, started moving to the trot. And so we'll let him take a little break and feel that in his mind, understand. You don't want to ask too many things on the same day that you're introducing a concept. You want the concept to be clear and understood, and the horse to understand that when he does it well, he gets rewarded with less work. And this is why the lesson of the spur has to be very exact, so it's very clear to the horse, just like when you're training a dog to an electric collar, that it doesn't mean pain, and it doesn't get used and abused in pain. It means if I touch, you respond. And so now he understands, and we'll keep clarifying that understanding as we go. So back to bringing him off the rail here, because we can't ride through trees, and onto our track. And now we'll go ahead and do it one more time in this direction, make sure he understood it, and then we'll do the right. simple pass and a clear response. And a lot of times bringing the horse off of the whip to the spur is actually relief. Some people think it's crueler to use a spur, but properly trained like this and properly educated, there's nothing about it cruel. It shouldn't be cruel. If everything else on the ground was taught properly, the horse is forward, the horse would do these things without great effort or problem. Like that. Like that. That's that. Saw the spur working through the very issue I put it on for. The horse wasn't coming through on the right properly, and he was resisting in the rib cage at the girth. You saw that even in the work in the ground, if you're watching hand video before this. So here, we clarified the issue, we corrected it. It does take a good catch and send from the outside rein, sometimes the outside thigh, to put the horse where he belongs, but the spur helped to bring him up where he needed to be. So we'll see if that was clear enough. a more difficult ride on the right than the left, taking a lot more tack to sort it out. But you can see the horse is softening and more compliant there. Good boy. Oh, you can stretch. I understand. That's some work. Yes. And I honestly feel that was great. So, for his first time with a spur, we made it clear. He understands it both directions. The next time, you will work more. There you go. These are all little steps that make a really big difference in the quality of a horse's training. And this is clearly the French school lesson to the spur. And like it, don't like it, it's all good, it worked for the horse. And that's all I care about. Have a great day. Won't stop.